What if I told you the reason you wanted to study but can't stop checking your phone? You wanted to work and upskill yourself, but can't avoid watching your favorite show on Netflix. Or that you owe to have a healthy diet, but is craving junk food, diverting your attention from your disciplined motive. Do you presume it because you're lazy? No, it's because of one tiny chemical in your brain, dopamine, and it's running the show. But what if you could outsmart it? In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how dopamine drives your habits, how to hack it using a brain trick called temptation bundling, and 3 simple ways to detox dopamine and build a more focused, successful life. Most people think dopamine is all about pleasure, but here's the truth. It's about desire. In a famous experiment in 1954, scientists James Olds and Peter Milner discovered something terrifying. They implanted electrodes in a rat's brain and blocked its dopamine. What happened? The rat stopped eating. It wouldn't drink, wouldn't mate. It simply gave up and died of thirst. Not because it couldn't feel pleasure, but because it no longer wanted anything. In a follow-up experiment, rats without dopamine still smiled when tasting sugar. They liked it, but didn't crave it. Pleasure remained, but desire was gone. No dopamine, then no drive. Now flip the switch. When researchers increased dopamine, those same animals became obsessed. In one case, mice poked their noses into a box 800 times an hour just for a dopamine hit. Sound familiar? Humans do the same with junk food, social media, gambling, you name it. Dopamine is what drives our habits. Here's the wild part. Dopamine doesn't spike after a reward. It spikes before. It's the anticipation that triggers craving. Think about it. Gamblers get excited before placing a bet, not just when they win. Addicts feel a surge just seeing the drug. Kids feel more joy thinking about Christmas morning than actually opening the presents. Why? Because your brain is wired with way more space for wanting than for liking. So if you want to build a habit, remember this. The expectation of reward, not the reward itself, is what motivates you to act. So how do we use this brain hack to our advantage? One word: temptation bundling. It means combining something you need to do with something you want to do. Ronan Byrne, an engineering student in Ireland, loved Netflix but hated exercising, so he hacked his stationary bike. The rule? Netflix only played if he pedaled. No pedaling, no show. He combined what he wanted to do, that is, watch Netflix, with what he needed to do, that is, exercise. That's temptation bundling. And it works. Similarly, Andrew Kubitz, head of scheduling for ABC, described the idea behind the campaign, "We see Thursday night as a viewership opportunity, with either couples or women by themselves who want to sit down and escape and have fun and drink their red wine and have some popcorn." The brilliance of this strategy is that ABC was associating the thing they needed viewers to do, that is, watching their shows, with activities their viewers already wanted to do, that is, relax, drink wine, and eat popcorn. Over time, people began to connect watching ABC with feeling relaxed and entertained if you drink red wine and eat popcorn at 8 p.m. every Thursday. Then eventually, 8 p.m. on Thursday means relaxation and entertainment. The reward gets associated with the cue, and the habit of turning on the television becomes more attractive. Temptation bundling is one way to apply a psychology theory known as Premack's principle. Named after the work of Professor David Premack, the principle states that more probable behaviors will reinforce less probable behaviors. 3 ways to detoxify dopamine and reclaim control over your senses. You've been chasing rewards nonstop. You need a dopamine detox. Here are 3 powerful ways to do it. 1. 24-hour dopamine fast. For one day, avoid all high dopamine triggers: social media, junk food, video games, TV. Just be bored, read, walk, write. It resets your brain and lets natural pleasures feel rewarding again. 2. Schedule your pleasure. Don't let dopamine hijack your day. Set fixed times for entertainment. Example: Instagram only 20 minutes at 6 p.m. You're training your brain to wait and not indulge. 3. Swap passive for active dopamine. Instead of passive pleasure like scrolling, choose active creation like drawing, cooking, writing journal, playing music, exercising. These not only produce dopamine, but also build self-worth and skills. Why this matters for success? Do you know what most of the successful people does? They don't avoid dopamine. They master it. They engineer their habits to align with their goals. They resist cheap rewards and chase delayed gratification. And they make habits attractive using hacks like temptation bundling. Call to action. So here's your challenge. Try temptation bundling today. Pick one dopamine detox method this week. Build a habit that helps your future and not just your cravings. Do comment below. What's one habit you'll tempt yourself into this week? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-hacking tools to upgrade your life.